Well, hello there, and welcome to Vault 88. This is a very early build. I'm not done. I've still got some structural stuff to do, and I have a ton of decorations still to place, all the little intricate things that make it look like a real lived-in place. Like trays, coffee cups, mugs, coffee pots, that sort of thing. All the little things that when you're playing on a PlayStation are a whole lot harder to place. So that still has to happen, but I figured I could at least put up a quick 15-minute sort of mostly running tour of what I've got. As you can see, I decided this is Vault Minutemen. All of my
Yes.
security personnel are wearing fully upgraded heavy polymer combat armor. This guy has the black and green Brotherhood jumpsuit because he's the only settler with that face that I've ever seen, so I
Yes.
figured he's the boss of my security contingent, so I gave him the cool suit. He wears the cool pants. I've got 3 defense positions here in the front room, although I've never been attacked through the gate, so I don't think it's important all that much. I've left a lot of the default decorations. I usually will pick them up and move them, half an inch just to get rid of the, little bits of debris that are there when you first come into the vault. If you pick something up, move it over, even a pixel, and place it. If you cancel, the debris will come back. But if you move it over and place it, all the sort of accumulated debris from 200 years of non-use will disappear. This here is Peralta. Here in this house, we're big fans of the Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Shout out to the Nine-Nine. So I've decided I'm going to name all of my robots in this vault after the main cast from the show Brooklyn Nine-Nine. This is the first robot I built, Peralta. I figured, Peralta's the type of guy that would think a jetpack and a flaming sword are pretty dang cool. So that's Peralta. Coming through, we've got the pretty default security wing. I've removed some of the stuff in here, the stuff that you couldn't store, the stuff that you sort of had to scrap. Placed another security desk here. The settlers will wander around from desk to desk and defense point to defense point. So occasionally you'll see a settler sitting in here. Got a couple other desks for when the vault is fully open and we need to. Oh, there he is. Speaking of the devil, and this guy's actually wearing the vault suit. Most of my some of my settlers now have a vault suit. Some of the others are wearing proper clothes. I also gave him the cool militia hat. Most of my defense people have the. Oh yeah, I've got Preston. I know most people don't like Preston, but I'm already past all the. A settlement needs help, so he's less annoying. Cleared out some of the junk from the first power room. I turned off the beacon because I've already got like 23 people in here. And I'm running out of things for them to do. I can only have so many food plants. Move it, Jake. This is the the only atrium I've got so far. He doesn't have a name yet. I'm thinking that's Holt because he doesn't have his personality mode engaged. If you ever watched the 9-9, that was hilarious. Yeah, we've got a public marketplace for visitors to the vault.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be a bartender. Oh, I took away. I used to have a second bar. I took it away because it was glitching through the ceiling, and I was trying to build a room above it, and I couldn't place it because the top of the sign was poking through just enough that I couldn't place a floor piece above the sign. But I've got Ann Hargraves here, and I've got the vault-tec rep here, because where else would the vault-tec rep go except the vault, right? I mean, come on. I've managed to give most, if not all, my settlers pit boys. This guy was tough. You have to wait until he's closed for the day after 10 o'clock, and then you can talk to him and trade items. And then I gave him a vault suit, and then I backed out of the conversation. I went into the conversation again, and I gave him the pit boy out of my miscellaneous tab. The pit boys will equip if you only have the one in your inventory, I believe, and only if they come from the little Pip-Boy boxes up at the front door, or the first one from the blue vault-tec box. The other 9, for some reason, they never glitch, or if you've got more than one in your inventory, for some reason I can't get them to go onto the rifts of my dwellers, my settlers. So, yes, that was kind of tricky to figure out. I've got a bunch of the slot machines here. I'm not sure if they actually give me money in my workshop or not. I haven't really experimented with that too much. This here's Smilin' Larry. I haven't figured out how to get him into a vault suit or into any other outfit. And we'll follow him into Cafeteria version 1. Got a bar in here. This is the first bar. Nice little jukebox with some classical music. I've elected to use the new shiny counters and stools because it's a vault. Things are clean. The new shiny trash cans. Got some dispensers here for when people want coffee.
Gotta love the vault.
Got Clem here on the
Why blue?
whatchamacallit.
Would a yellow jumpsuit really be that bad?
Yes, it would. A yellow jumpsuit would look awful, actually. Stop that. Stop asking that question, and don't point your gun at me. I'm your boss. Anyway, yes, there's Clem with his fancy bowler hat. These cooking stoves, you can glitch into the wall a little bit, so you don't have to look at the ugly piping and exhaust vents. Just some generic cafeteria stuff here. I'm hoping, eventually I'm gonna change this up a little bit and build another diner with a proper cook area, sort of like a a second room where there's like a full-on kitchen.
This is delicious.
Although I am playing on PS4, so I don't have a whole lot of there's no mods available, and there's only so many things that I can use in my workshop. Just a little buffet area where people can pick up their food, and I'm going to be placing some cups and whatnot on these counters and some plates. Got some places for them to eat. Managed to get a flag inside of a window. Thought that was pretty cool. And, put some stuff there. I figure if you're eating here, right, you go to a restaurant, you're sitting down with your girlfriend or whomever, and you want to put your phone somewhere, you can put it on the window ledge. Why not, right? So I leave this door here because people tend to end up outside the vault somehow. And I placed a couple turrets because there's a door, and why not? There's nothing really else out there to look at. And go back this way. Hallway, it's just an empty hallway. This was like the first thing I built, this big hallway here. And it just brings us right back out by the front door where we came in. I guess the atrium was the first thing I built. I started off the hallway that's there, built it out a couple squares so that I could put my overseer's office up there, right above the door. So we can head up there right now. And I've got signs on most of the doors now. Got some posters up on the walls. I got some lights. I like these lights. Most of the time I've actually got them a little bit lower. Like they're usually down about there. You'll see up in the overseer's office there. But they work, wherever you put them on the wall, they'll provide ample lighting. They're cheap, they're quick, they're easy, and they don't look terrible. A lot of the new vault lights, they get glitchy in the ceilings and up on the side of the wall, and they're just sort of troublesome. This is the overseer's office. This is mostly done. Got a nifty little waiting room right here, which actually I could wait almost forever. I really like this. It's very simple, very symmetrical waiting room. Boomy picture. My office. Got the overseer's desk and the population management terminal, so that I can assign people from here to any open jobs. Get another picture. And this is going to be my personal bedroom. Place a bed and a little living area and a little cook space just for me. Be nice if I had some clean stuff, like the vendor stalls. They're all dirty and nasty, and they look like they belong above ground in a Minuteman settlement rather than a underground vault. But this is all just my decorations, all the junk that I'm going to be, eventually placing to make the place look nicer. Big hallway, the diner. Let's go through here. This will round out the entire, I guess, right side of the settlement, or the vault rather, excuse me. Come up here and we've got one of my living spaces. This is the sort of big communal living space. It's less private. There's no doors. Sometimes things show up in these containers. Money and ammo.
Looking to trade?
No, I'm not
Smile
looking to
and
trade.
Larry's got what you
I'm looking
want.
to give you clean clothes, actually, but you don't have the trade option. That would have been nice. Yeah, see what I mean by lack of privacy? Like right here in the hallway, I placed a bed and a dresser, so it's, oh yeah, that's the atrium out there. We'll go back there later. More bedrooms, some lamps, got a couple of lights. The thing with these ceiling lights is they float. I don't know if you can see there. Like, they're not actually attached to the ceiling. It looks like there's like 6 inches between the light and the ceiling itself, which is super frustrating, but c'est la vie, right? I'm Canadian. I can say French things. It's allowed. This is supposed to be the nursery, but I just threw a bunch of beds in here because a whole bunch of people showed up while I was out collecting supplies one time, and I didn't have a place to put them, so this became a sort of barracks room where new guys get to sleep until I build them a proper bedroom. It's really nothing special. I did, for the lights though, I lined them up with this, the marks there, so that they all kind of look like they're in the same spot. So if you're looking for a way to line up your lights and stuff, these walls provide a very handy little, point of reference for each section, each cell. The infirmary. Not very decorated yet. We've got our surgery center, we've got our foroctor, and we've got our barber chair, all here. We've got a receptionist desk, so if you come in from the atrium, first thing you do is you speak to the triage nurse and let her know why you're here in the infirmary, and she'll direct you to where you're going if you're getting a haircut, or if you need to buy some medical supplies. This is what I meant by the sign sticking through the walls or through the ceilings and popping up or getting in the way of the floor pieces upstairs. There's a different room, but that's pretty much what I mean. As you can see, it goes through the ceiling. These little lights, I find if you place them on the seams, they don't look terrible. You can't quite notice the gap between the light there. I'll get up on it. There we go. You can see the gap there between the ceiling itself and the light, but if you place it on the seams there, it doesn't look too terrible, and they provide a good deal of light, especially when coupled with these side pieces, which when you're getting them in the corner can be a bit tricky, but you can see that they're overlapping there. But I mean, it works. You can collide, and it doesn't give the game too much of a stroke or anything. So this is where my medical supplies are. Got a little desk for the head doctor, a couple little tables that he can use when he gets real busy. And you can move him out of the way when he needs to get into his chemistry station here. No, move, get out, get out, get out, get out. Come on, get out, get out. There we go. Nothing in any of the lockers yet.
Is this damn thing rigged?
I really like these mats too, these little rubber mats. Mostly because it's just nice to get a floor decoration that's not a ratty, crappy rug, Anyway, so that's the infirmary, and we come back out above the overseer's office hallway, and there's the decorations
Gotta pay out sometime.
trunk in the front door. I mark it. Infirmary, nursery, bedroom, shortcut to the bedroom from the second floor. Go around to the back of the atrium, and go back to the first floor quickly. Got a maintenance section. Turn right. There's an exit door. This will take you to the tunnel to the whichever sector this is. I can't remember. East. I think this is the east. So that's just so that whatever. People end up trapped inside the vault. So I leave doors at the exterior so they can get back in. And if I want to extend the vault somewhere, I can. I've got a little workshop for myself here. Weapons, armor. 2 power armor benches or stations for myself and Preston. I usually got him in a set of Minuteman T45 armor. That's why I keep Preston. I like the Minuteman armor. I think it just looks nice. I like the old school feel of the T45 set. So staying with the first floor now. I'm gonna go to the left of the front door. Got more people. They really like these slot machines. I don't know how much money I actually get from them per day. Like I said, I haven't sorted that, but Got a security wing here with more of those super cool mats, some lockers, some more workshops, more lockers, trunks, just stuff for, you know, set decoration, that sort of thing. The window that looks into the first hallway, right beside the window, right behind that weapons workbench in the hall, is that open sign that you might have seen. And out towards there is the front door. So anyone sitting in this security room can keep an eye on people coming into the vault. And anyone coming from the outside of the, I guess it's not really a hydroponics bay, but this is where I've got all my food. I've recently harvested everything, so there's nothing actually on any of these stocks or anything. But I do promise they're all assigned. I do actually have a good deal. 30 food, 23 vault dwellers. So that's just my you know, temporary thing. This is, I decided to keep this. I like this, and if you even pick this up, this cabinet, then that will disappear. The construction site, the blueprints there, and I just think it's really cool. I wish I could put that on a wall somewhere, like a painting, like the other wall decorations. Unfortunately, you can't seem to do anything with it. And yeah, like if you even pick this cabinet up, if you select it, if you do anything with it, that will disappear. And I don't want that to happen, so I've decided that there's going to be a little gap in my food bay. I don't know why this thing's still here. I put that power armor station there before I built the maintenance room, the workshop room. It's just another exterior zone. My gunner, my only attack, my one gunner attack. Everybody, there was like a group of like a dozen gunners, all just right here standing around, and they didn't try to go inside the vault. They didn't even try to fight until I came outside and shot at them. So maybe they just wanted in. Maybe they just wanted to be vault dwellers. I don't know. Maybe it's my fault. But I left some turrets here in case they come back, in case anything decides to come up from there. I've got a chair for really no reason. I think I just sit and wait for a reason. Just trying to make the bodies disappear, I think. This is a Brahmin feed trough, not a bathtub. Well, I mean, it's a bathtub, but it's for Brahmin. I was hoping a Brahmin would show up. I used to have it inside the food bay, but given that no Brahmin showed up inside my vault, I figured, hey, what if I put it down here? Maybe a Brahmin will somehow end up in the sewers of the Commonwealth and be drawn to the smell of food. So far, no luck. These wall conduits are pretty cool. I like the fact that they just radiate power and you don't have to manually power anything. And they've got a pretty decent range. So now if we come back out here,
my luck's gonna turn around.
Out to the vault, or the atrium again, we'll carry on up this hallway. Back of the atrium. Away from the atrium, we go to the reactor room. Just a short walk. We've got the big reactor here. I finally figured out how to get I used to have industrial pieces in here because I thought they looked cooler for a power room, but I needed a two-story building, a two-story room, but without the second floor in the middle. As you can see here, like I like the idea of having a walkway around the perimeter of the reactor, but the reactor is just a little bit too tall to have just a single cell building. So I had to, a little tricky. I couldn't place a wall piece here. I don't know why. It wouldn't snap and it wouldn't fit. So the only thing I could get was this window, actually. Like even the other pieces, like nothing at all. There was only one piece out of the entire atrium row that would fit here, and that was this window. And I don't think I even put a piece of glass in it. So that right now. Doors, windows. Come on. No? Where'd you go? Oh, maybe I did. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Oh, there it goes. It worked. Nope. Come on. Yay! Alright. Anyway, yeah. So I couldn't get a ceiling piece up there either, but no one's coming in through that hole. And there's a big rock, so we're good. I used to have a door over there, but I don't need it. Right over that way is the northeast sector. Yeah, there's see the stairs. I got some turrets out there if anybody tries to make a run at the outside of my power room. Not that they can get in. It's pretty secure. no doors is pretty darn secure. Back in the hallway. This hallway is initially where I had Clem doing his bicycle thing too. This vault was kind of all over the place. That's why the layout is the way it is. I managed to start it at that main hallway, at that front hallway piece, but there was really no rhyme or reason. There was no order to how it was building. I was like, hey, I need to place one of these, and hey, these wide hallways look cool, and oh shoot, our people need a diner so they can eat. And that's how a lot of this stuff came to be. And then I just kind of built around what I had built. I moved around a little bit of stuff here and there. Bedroom again. So yeah, I got some lights on the side of these pillars here. Pillars go up to those cool flat pieces. And this is the atrium. Atriums. Some people have been having trouble with atriums, and I gotta say, I don't really understand how. I mean, it's not the easiest thing to build, maybe, but it wasn't that hard. I mean, you use these big prefab end pieces, and then you just place the floor and ceiling pieces going down, and use these poles here so that the piece coming out this way will have something to sit up against and be supported by. And yeah, I don't know. The atrium actually came together really quick. This was like I said, this was the first thing that I started building, the atrium here, and it took me a little while to get the distances right for the overseer's office up there. I had to actually pull this door out, I think, like 2 or 3 pieces. Yeah, like I can pick this one up, I can pick this one up, but I can't pick that one up. So this is the first one. This is the one that the game gives you, and this is the first one that I built down, that I placed. And initially, this was an atrium. Like, I would have been standing in the atrium right here. There would have been no ceiling there, but I couldn't fit the overseer's office, so that actually took me a little while of trial and error of just pulling the wall out a little bit just so I could have room for the office up there. But it came together pretty well, and it didn't take too long, all things considered. I think I actually spent more time on Country Crossing. So we're going to go across from the dormitory. We're going to turn left. We're going to follow these people up to the other dormitory, which actually I like a lot better. It was the second dorm that I built. We've got more security posts here. Initially, this was going to be sort of like an airlock room, quote unquote, air quote. Just a security station on the way to the research wing. I was thinking, up here is where we're going to do all our research and our experiments on our vault dwellers. I've since put that plan on hold. Put my robot workbench right here. Right through there is the overseer's office. Store that. There's the overseer's office right there. Overseer wall. So I'm thinking, like, that piece there is the painting, the boom goes the nuclear bomb painting. I was thinking of removing that, turning that into a door, a secret door, and then having an overseer's only secret entrance into the research wing. Put that there for now. And then have another door out this way, going lengthwise that way, and you'll see why, because right here is the dormitory through these walls, which is up those other stairs that you saw. So we've got the robot workbench, 2 wall pieces. So we go down here, and up these other stairs. So right up there is the robot workbench, and up here is my dormitory. Well, I guess, was the other one dormitory? No, the other one was non-private. This is more of a dormitory thing. You got tiny little rooms, and I do have a short. I'm gonna breeze through this pretty quick because I've got another video showing off this hallway. This is just bedrooms, really. I used the hall to doorway pieces, and then I placed an end cap, and that gave me a little room. Like this hallway is 4-way hallway with doorways, plural. Each on the side there's a domestic 4-way with doorways, and then I placed a hall with doorway, and then I placed an end cap, and then I placed a light, and then I placed the wall deco, and then the floor stuff, the bed, the table, the plant, and then just some storage stuff underneath, just to have a small, compact little, private room, really.
In a vault
And
overseer.
this one I like. This one's, I don't know. I feel like she went and robbed like a Shoppers Drug Mart, like a little corner of Walgreens. I think in the States you guys call them Walgreens. I don't know what you've got in England. Well, I'm in Canada. We have Shoppers Drug Mart. That's kind of our big drugstore where you go to get
Anybody need help with anything?
Tylenol and aspirin, acetaminophen, ibuprofen, what have you. You've got a little lounge here with the definitely needed wall conduit so that my bedrooms will have light and more classical radio, because it's the undamaged radio. There's no undamaged radio tuned to Diamond City radio, I don't believe. Wherever I could, I used the non-damaged new decoration pieces from the vault-tec workshop.
Yeah.
Like these chairs and that table, the ashtray. Figure if you're sitting here, you got a nice view of the mountain. I used to live in a place that looked a lot like that, actually. I really like this picture. Reminds me of British Columbia. More rooms. This is the movie fan room. Got a bathroom here. There's no new bathtub, which I guess, would have been nice to have like a shower piece, really. I don't know why there isn't. Like, there's plenty of shower heads out in the world. Evil Viking, I watch a lot of his build stuff. So when you're done here, go check out Evil Viking stuff. He builds some really nice places. He's got some shower stuff. He built, was it in the castle? In his first castle build, not the one that he built for the Nvidia challenge, but in his actual castle build, he built like a whole shower house. It was like toilets, and there was like shower pieces, and he had these little maps before the vault-tec workshop came out. So I think he's probably the guy that gave me the idea to stick footlockers and suitcases under the bed, actually. So got the cool posters with the lights that turn on and off. This is probably my favorite wall painting. The bottles there, some shelves. All right, that's done. Oh. This one wasn't in the other video. I've decided to put some chairs in with some of these tables here. My girlfriend says that it's too busy with the chairs. I say she doesn't know what she's talking about. Figure if you've got a desk, you need something to sit at the desk with, right? There's another lounge. I mean, there's like 14 bedrooms in this hallway, so you need more than 2 chairs and 2 toilets, you think. And then come around the last bedroom, and down at the end of that empty space is the robot workshop, and there's the overseer's office, and there's nothing over there. And that's the residential wing. None of these people. Why aren't you going to sleep? You got room to get in your bed. So do you, I think. Is it because there's stuff at the head of the bed? Does that get in the way if it's at the head? I saw people laying down.
Yes?
I wonder how high the vault
Nope, that's up
numbers
at the head of the bed. So why don't you guys go sleep? Go to bed. It's late. Look at that. It's 2:15 a.m. Go to sleep. Also, I need more vault-tec lab coats. These Institute coats just freak me out. This playthrough, I'm going to be siding with the Minutemen and the Railroad. Although right now I'm just enjoying the world state that I've put together. I'm not going to be doing the mass fusion mission for a good while. I like the fact that all the factions are around. I like that I can teleport. I like that I can take a vertibird. I like that I can do radiant quests for everybody. Get all sorts of building supplies and materials, more XP and cool legendary weapons for my settlers and my dwellers.
I don't think I ever want to go up top again, Overseer.
I don't think I want to go upstairs either. What gun do you have? You've got the Freezing Institute. Yeah, so as you can see, I usually give my legendary stuff that I don't use to my defensive settlers. This is where I had that second bar, right here where my crosshair is, and it's stuck through the ceiling, and I couldn't put a bedroom piece up there in the residential hallway where we just were. Can I put it here now? Actually, now that that piece is upstairs, can I have my second bar back? I don't think so. For that. Lame. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Alright, well, if I'm building a second bar, it's gonna have to be somewhere else. And here is, I don't know, maybe this is gonna be my research wing. Maybe I'll just, I don't like the bikes. Sure, they provide 2 power, but they blow up after an hour, and I came back to a dead settler. Went out exploring, came back, and had a dead settler laying beside the bike. It's still recording, right? God, I hope it's still recording. I don't have to hit that button again. And right here is... oh, I don't need this no more. Second Armor and Weapons Emporium. This is where I was initially going to put Smilin' Larry. Oh, this one here, sorry. But I decided I'd put him down near the front with Ann Hargraves and the vault-tec rep. And if I ever manage to find the scribe, the armor smith scribe, I'm going to place him at the armor bench down near the front door, and then I'll just have regular settlers at these stalls here. This is what I was talking about, but the stalls looking all dirty, and you know what I mean? Like, they're just old and crapped, and they don't look like they belong in a vault. I like some of the PC mods that have the guard posts and the shopping stalls set as just like a floor piece, kind of like that mat down there. So all you have to do is place the mat, and then the vendor would stand on the mat, and then you could just place like counters in front of them, and then it looks like a store. There's also the cool mods that are like the fully decorated stalls with all sorts of items on the shelves and hanging from the racks here. And this stuff's all way nicer than the stuff that we're stuck with in the vanilla game. And I really wish my laptop worked, because then I could play this game on the laptop on my Alienware, and I could use the mods and just have a much more creative, fun time with it all. Unfortunately, stuck with PlayStation. Oh, no, I do have a guard post down here. Yeah, there's an enemy spawn point when you get raided in the vault. Like I said, I'm not sure if they attack through that main front door, the vault door, or not, but they do come... oh, this isn't it, is it? This is the water thing. I went the wrong way. Yeah, I went the wrong way. Alright, well, that's where my water comes from. If you didn't know, that big yellow thing is a water purifier that provides 100 clean water. So all you have to do is power that up. It requires 20 power, I believe. Yeah, there you go. It requires 20 power, produces 100 water. So I just placed 2 large generators, which are just gifted to you. There's generators. Maybe not. Maybe I actually did build them. I thought there was a bunch of generators in there that the vault-tec thing just sort of gave you. Anyway, that's not the hallway I thought it was. All these little subway lines get a little confusing. By the way, if your name is Wanderbots and you're scrapping your vault, don't scrap this wall. Sorry, I was literally just watching your Never Leave the Vault number 10, and you scrapped those walls there. Every time you do it, I'm just like, no, don't do it, man, no. I guess that's the upside to not having a moddable game. You can't get the scrap all mod and, you know, Charlie Fox your whole build space. So yeah, that's I believe all of what I've built so far for Vault 88. Let's see, we did the Overseer's office, the big hall, we did the cafeteria, we did the living space, we did the infirmary and the nursery, we did the workshop, the exit zone, we did the wrong hallway, we did the secondary shop, we did the casino / bar, the other hallway, the power room, food, security, research, residential, robot. Yeah, alright. So that's most of Vault 88. I'm not sure what else I'm going to be building in here. This is just kind of for your reference, and if you'd like to copy some ideas or something like that, you're more than welcome to. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed Vault 88, and I'll see you all next time.